What's good, gente? And thank you guys once again, like always, for tuning in. As you guys can see on the thumbnail and on the title, right? Are certain LA hoods soft? Whoa, damn, Conejo throwing shots. Whoa, homie. Nah, it's nothing like that, gente, right? But the reason why I bring this up is because I seen certain videos yesterday, right? I was going through the YouTube yarda, and I ended up noticing some content creators, man, downplaying, right? That certain Norteños, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are aware, and I am making a video about why the Norteños are choosing to go make videos in LA, and why not up here in their hometowns, right? Because let's be real, man, if it was really up to them, I guarantee you, man, they would just be keeping it in their towns, homie, just keeping it in the Northern Cali. But there's another agenda going on, man, and I will be dropping that on another video, of course. On this one, I'm kind of trying to stick to the whole LA hoods, right? If they're soft or not, homie, because the content creators or the videos that I was watching yesterday, right? They were pretty much making it seem, right, like, okay, these fools are pulling up, but they're pulling up to nice ass areas. They won't actually pull up to the actual hood. And to me, that's just like when people say that, bro, like, oh, you just, yeah, you pulled up, but you pulled up to like a nice ass area. You're pretty much saying that those hoods over there happen to be soft and they're not really with the business like that. At least that's what I was getting out of that, right? But I could be wrong, man. If there's a different meaning or if you guys think different, drop your comment, man, and let me know, man, straight up. I will be replying, of course. So with all that being said, man, before we get started, man, I would highly appreciate if you guys hit a like, subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell, because we will go live. And I honestly think that this is going to be a conversation that's going to continue to be real, man, because I know when it comes to certain spots, a lot of people say, man, even up here up north, like, oh yeah, they went over here, but let's be real, that's either a Sureño town, because there is Sureño towns up north, but they also have towns for like the northerners where you can say like, man, these dudes ain't really with that activity, homie. One, because they're not like clicked up with the politics. Two, because they're not as deep, homie, and it just depends on what city you're going. But that right there alone, man, it's not calling them soft, but it is downplaying them, right? So what is it, man, when it comes to these LA hoods or these hoods that did get disrespected? Let's be real, man. They had Norteños all up in there, you know what I'm saying, doing videos and stuff like that. Hey, are those hoods soft, homie? Are those hoods not really with the business because they didn't pull up on them fools, or they didn't stop them from actually making that music video in their hood, right? And I will say this, some areas ain't as deep, homie. So if they do happen to see like 30 heads or something, yeah, they might get a little spooked. They might be like, what the hell's going on here? And they might not do nothing. But let's be real, man. If they're a hood that's with that business, homie, or with that activity, at least how a lot of people make it seem that it is down south, And I'm not trying to disrespect or throw any jabs, homie. I'm not. I really ain't. I'm actually going to be actually clearing up a lot of things, because when it comes to some of those areas that some of those content creators were bringing up, like, hey, if you happen to pull up over here to Compton, or if you happen to pull up, like, for example, South Central, we're talking about areas that are gonna be flooded with gang members, right? There is a lot of nice cities down south, homie. I mean, I pass by there every time I go to Mex, and I like it, homie. They got some nice ass areas where you can actually be like, man, I don't think there's gang members here. But in our reality, homie, don't let the image fool you, homie. It's just a nice area. And every hood has hitters, homie. I've been knowing that, as well as like the most downest hoods that you can actually name. They're gonna have weenies. That's off tops, right? But why are these Sureño podcasters saying those things, right? Let's be real, gente. They're just upset, homie, that the Northerners did go down there after them making certain allegations that they will never be able to go down there. They ended up going to certain hoods, and the only way that they can try to make it make sense, homie, is by downplaying them. But let's be real, man. Those fools, or at least the hoods that they're downplaying, and they probably ain't doing it on purpose, homie, right? They gotta clear it up, like, oh man, these fools, they went over here. without them really noticing that they're downplaying their own homeboys, man, their own homies from down south. They're disrespecting them, like, man, these fools they ain't really with that business. And in all reality, what it is, like, when it comes to Lefty Gunplay's hood, right? um I think he mentioned that there's like three different barrios or four different barrios in that whole little town, G. I don't know how big the actual freaking town is, but it does look like a nice little spot, right? And I will be mentioning, at least like with the Norteños, why they go to those hoods, homie. Why they pick certain hoods. I will be mentioning that on that video, man. So make sure to stay tuned in. But I honestly don't think that it's right that some of these southern podcasts, right, are actually throwing that shit out there. Like, hey, bro, these fools, they ended up pulling up to like these nice areas, or they ain't really pulling up to the hood. Well, at least to what I was able to see, and I know that they're referring to that Ben's video where he's actually dissing Lefty. I'm not gonna say that Lefty's hoods. It's not with the business, homie. I mean, because if you look up the thing, they got some kills, homie. They got some bodies on over there too, right? So it's not like they're not putting in work. But now when you start doing research into how many neighborhoods there is, how many clicks, because I know when it comes to some of these LA hoods, shit, one barrio will end up having like 4 clicas, sometimes even 15 clicas, and hey, they can probably be more. You know what I'm saying? It's not like up north, homie, where it's one hood, like for example, my hood, Clifford, right? We don't got no little small cliques, G. We all know who we are, homie, and it's not like you're gonna go into a party and be like, oh, this fool's from Florencia, but he's part of this other gang, you know, or this other crew. That shit, to me, that shit sounds hella confusing, right? So I don't know if that's how it is, at least in Lefty Gunplay's hood. But he did say, man, that there was only like three or four barrios. So it's not a big town. I don't know how the town is, to be quite real, but it's probably not a big city, homie. Because my city, right, to be quite real, it's not as big, G. But when it comes to Norteño hoods, man, I told you in the past, there's like 9 hoods, G. You know, there's like 9 actual hoods. So yeah, man, I don't know. But I honestly think that it's fucked up, and it's a low blow, man, for Southern Cali, right? Especially when they have other Southern podcasters throwing shade like that, bro. And I honestly think, man, that they gotta be trucha, man, with some of those things that they do say, right? Because, like I said, every hood has some hitters, and then guarantee you, man, there's probably some of them fools watching, like, man, look at this fool. What the fuck's he saying now? You know what I'm saying? And it makes their hood look bad, homie, especially on social media. Like, man, this fool done pulled up over here. And I get it, man. When it's coming from people that are EOP, I understand that part. You honestly don't got to pay too much attention to it. But when other people start bringing that shit up, it's like, oh, man, you're biting into that shit, homie. And I get it. Sometimes, bro, you don't want the op or, you know, the other team to be like, man, they ended up pulling up, homie. What the fuck? You guys ain't pulling up. Hey, I'll say, bro, up north, the upstaters, they're doing their thing, homie. They're pulling up to hoods. They're doing diss tracks as well. They might not be getting the same shine, at least not yet, but they will eventually, homie. But they're doing their thing as well, homie. It's not like just the Norteños are doing it. The Sureños are doing it too, G. It's just a little bit different, homie, when you have to travel. Shit, driving like 7 hours just to go do a diss video on someone's hood, right? Like that shit's like I would say, homie, it was entertaining, but at the same time, that shit was never really been done before. So it would be funny if old boy would go up north, but at the same time, I understand that it's dangerous, homie, especially when you don't know the area. And I will be mentioning some of those things on that other video, man. So make sure to stay tuned in. But I really kind of had to make a video on this, man, and point that shit out. What do you guys think, bro? Do you guys think that these fools are downplaying them by saying shit like that? Or are those just facts, homie? Some areas in LA happen to be soft, homie, and this is in no disrespect, homie. You know, you guys already know I got nothing but love for all the homies from down south. G's, Fred, from San Diego to Riverside to the desert to fucking Los Angeles to San Bernardino, fucking all those areas, homie. Shout out to all the homies. At the end of the day, bro, at least from my end, you guys will always get that respect. But I honestly felt that I had to point that shit out, bro. Like, what the fuck's going on, bro? Shit, you guys let me know in the comments, gente. I already be knowing. The real ones will let me know exactly how it goes down. F them other vatos. You guys already be knowing, bro. So with all that being said, man, if you like the video, make sure to hit a like for your boy. Make sure to subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell. Because we will go live, homie. And that's the actual time to have these discussions, homie. Because we have the North, we have the South, shit, we have the whites, and we have some brothers too, homie. So with all that being said, gente, it's your boy Conejo. Catch you guys on the next one. We out.
And I'm like,
What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Once again, new video.
Omito, 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 omito.